if anybody's watching, hopefully tell me if you either hear too much wind in the background, band, or if you can even hear me in general. So I'm gonna wait. Let's see. It should only be broadcasting my voice. So essentially, I'm gonna go over the trophies I need to finish Inquisition, which is not many. Obviously, the Platinum Trophy. That's kind of there. Game has been out for 3 years. So I need a Botanist Trophy. It's a bronze. And I have to harvest flowers at my castle of sorts, which I haven't done yet because I always forget to do it. I have Master Alchemist. Upgrade your alchemic potions, grenades, or tonics 30 times, which will go really handy with the harvesting because it's based on the harvest. And then I need to finish it on Nightmare without lowering the difficulty, and that'll unlock the hard mode without lowering difficulty. Stargazer, unlock 15 Astrariums in a single playthrough, and you'll see what that is. Keymaster, enter the heart of Solastan Temple, which is based on Stargazer, which is also why I don't have it. And then Regal, which is completely upgrade one throne, which I don't even know how to do. I didn't even know you could do that. And Quartermaster, complete 20 requisitions, request in a single playthrough, and that's it. Everything else I have. So right now it should show a blue screen because I am currently looking at my trophies and it won't let you see the dashboard with the PlayStation Live. So I was just naming all the trophies I need to get through this playthrough. It's going to be on Nightmare, which is the hardest difficulty. It's been a while since I've really played this game. But I want you guys to help me pick the class, the race, the romantic partner, what I do, what sort of path I choose. And I'll mention it as it comes up through the gameplay. Because none of those stuff is going to matter. None of that stuff is going to matter during getting those trophies. Except one. Sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Nightmare mode on this is not forgiving at all. I'm probably going to die a lot. A whole lot. And now it's going to pause it again because it's loading Dragon Age servers. So one of the cool things about this game, I'll mention, is because you can go online and there's a website called Dragon Age Keep. Right, and in that Dragon Age Keep, you can essentially build the story from the previous two games, Origins and 2. And when you build that story, that path you choose can be downloaded into this game. So it's like you've played those two previous games, and the choices you make in those games do affect this game. And so you can go download choices and make your own path from the previous two games and import them to this game before you start it, which I think is really cool, honestly. I'm probably just going to use the previous one I had because I was pretty content with, like Mass Effect. But this is a BioWare game, which is Mass Effect. This is BioWare's other RPG that they do, Dragon Age. So yeah, it's like the third game. And so we have 4 different races. We have Canary, it's big, tall people. We can even pick a female. I typically don't pick a female, but we can go Canary, big horn guys. Kind of like, it's really hard to explain. They're like demons. Not really lore-wise, but they're just big, tall, and horned. That's pretty much it. Dwarfs, you know what a dwarf is. Elf, you know what an elf is. And human, you know what a human is. So with the exception of Canary, which is kind of based on the Inquisition and Dragon Age lore, everything else is just standard fantasy RPG stuff. Every race can be everything with the exception of the dwarf. Dwarfs cannot be mages. So if we want to do a mage, if you guys want me to do a mage, we can't go dwarf, sadly. But here, I'm just going to click on Canary just as an example. Because then you're getting into all the classes, all the subclasses. You have rogue, and the specific one you start with. Neither of these really matter. It's just what you start with, but the class does. So you have rogue, warrior, and then the mage. So if you guys want me to be a warrior, either one of these you can tell me to start with, because like I said, it's not going to matter in the end. But like I said, with the exception of the dwarf, as you see the mage, you cannot be a mage with a dwarf, which kind of goes with their lore in the game. And I can explain more about that if you guys want. But I honestly, I just want you guys to pick and choose what you want me to be. Vote on it. Okay, Jay says an elf. That's one vote for an elf. Canary female cop out. Alright, so I think that's one for Canary. Like Rexa. Sure, you can be the same race as Iron Bull, which is a Canary. I don't know. Allie, have you played this game? Let's see, we have one for Canary, I guess, one for Elf. I guess, man, you can be the deciding factor if you want to pick me to pick a Canary or an elf. Elf lady for you. I mean, I can play as an elf lady. I typically don't, but I will for you guys. And each race does have a passive. It's kind of whatever. Elves has better range defense. Humans start with an extra skill point per se. Dwarfs has 25% resist to magic, and the Canaries just take 10% resist of physical damage. I mean, I can do Iron Bull. I mean, if we really want the romance partner to be Iron Bull. Like, you can be a dude. Iron Bull doesn't care if you're a dude or a girl. He's one of those choices. So, we have one for a female or male. Jay, what do you want me to be? A female or male? Because that's 2 for Canary now, instead of 2 for elves. My last playthrough, I did this years ago, before I even knew more about myself. I did a romance of Dorian, like before I was even questioning that part of me, and I quite liked it. There's a line in there which made me laugh. So okay, I'm gonna do a Canary male. All right, we got that down. We're gonna date Iron Bull apparently too. We're gonna make it a joke. Jeez. All right, so what do you want me to be? A warrior, a mage, or a rogue. And rogue or a warrior, we can choose the subclass. For right now, like I said, it's not going to matter later in the game. Because on Nightmare, I'm going to play serious. And if something's not going to work, like if you want me to be an archer close range, I'm not going to do that. An alchemist? So an alchemist is a rogue specialist class. Later in the game, when we move castle, spoilers, you get the choice of picking different specialists between each of your class. I believe each of them have 3, so a rogue has 3 different subclasses, a warrior has 3 different subclasses, and a mage has 3 different subclasses. And each one of those subclasses gives you an entirely new skill line. You start with a base set of skills, but each specialist gives you a specific skill line based on that specialist. And so last game, which is probably one of the most funs I had, I was a dual-wield rogue who went artificer, which is like a trap build, which I think is funny, considering the fact I was romancing Dorian and I was a trap man. and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So we have one that's just don't go mage. All right. What else? What else would you guys want me to be? Except a warrior, a rogue, and going back to what I was saying, an alchemist is a subclass of the rogue. Who bases it on like poisons and buffs. Be a swinging man. Vels and demons are very important in this game, by the way. So if you don't like that, Allie, you're going to be in for a trip. And it's going to be even more important for the next game. It's going to be a lot more important for the next game. But I don't know, maybe. It's still really important for this one too. It's like the whole thing. Actually, it's kind of the whole meme of it. I won't spoil it, but you'll be spoiled pretty soon. So we have one swinging man, one not mage, so either rogue or warrior. What about you, Jay? What do you say? What do you think? Or what does anybody think? Not just Jay, Jude, or Alan, or Isaac, or I don't care. Good if you're watching. Doesn't bother me. I've played this game twice all the way through, especially my last playthrough. And right now, like I said, I'm gonna try and go for the platinum trophy. Which means there's going to be a couple specific things I'll have to do. So, Jay wants a mage. Some Eye of Terror open up. Alright, so you have mage, anything but mage, and warrior. Looks like it's more on the lines of going for warrior, but go warrior. Alright, so two-handed or sword and board. Like I said, it doesn't matter later in the game, but right now it kind of does. Like, it doesn't matter as soon as you really get past the first prologue, honestly. Yeah. Two-handed. I guess we'll just start with two-handed. Alright. Custom. We're just doing nightmare, no custom crap. So, a Canary warrior. Wow, we are straight up just Iron Bull. We're literally just Iron Bull. There's no difference. We're just Iron Bull. That's literally what we're playing as. Followers of the strict religious philosophy of the Canary appear like a tidal wave push the north of the continent. 300 years ago, Talvashah is a reject. Byron Lowell or Eel. Yeah, no, we're pretty much just and sometimes the race does matter with the story, but it's just mainly dialogues and it's nothing really specific. True, true. It's masturbation. Alright, sure, we'll just use the one I did. Look at that. That's when I made it. 9/11/2015. Really? Wow, what a date. That's not good. I made that 9/11/2015. Wow, okay. 2 years ago. More than 2 years ago, I made this world a state. Jesus. I have not played this game in a while. Alright. So I'm gonna shut up for right now. Let it play out. The very little bit that's actually gonna be happening. And that was it. Alright, so now we're going into customization. Alright. These are the presets. Like I said, you have horns. You can choose not to have horns, but you look really weird. Like this dude. And we can change the appearance side if we hate it. Let's see, if we're gonna be a manly man, definitely a beard. It's like, oh yeah, there we go. Get him a goatee. Get him a mustache. I think we're gonna go for the beard, because why not? And you have 2 voice options.
Everything you've heard, completely true.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
So I don't know which one you guys want, the left or the right. Put hashtag
just hope I
1
can
in the
help.
chat if you want the left, and right, and 2 in the chat if you want the right.
I just hope I can help.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Right now we're just gonna leave it with 1. Horns options. We can we can put metal tips, spin tips, metal spin, even more like RAM, hyper RAM. Like seriously a pain to get through doors with. And then again, you can also have them wounded or damaged if you want 2 nubs for horns. And then you can have them bald. And this is where it looks really bad, because you look at this just like raw black spot, like super dead and decaying skin, and there's nothing there. It looks really bad. I think you can change that in the skin tone though. Can you? Thought you could. Oh no, you change it in complexion, that's right. So do we want hyper horns? Do we not want hyper horns? No horns. Dead, decaying cancers, skin cancer. Do we want huge horns, giga horns, with like a mohawk? See, I've always been a fan of these, honestly. So yeah, that's the 1 in the chat for the. So that's a manly man. We're just gonna stick with these horns unless somebody really hates them. And then I'll change it. I'm gonna change the hair color. We're gonna make him hyper blonde. Jeez. Make him angrier. Everybody knows redheads are angry. Pitch white. I think we're just gonna go with the black because why not? Alright, cool. We got a beard. We're like a dad. We're definitely going for that dad look. Ear size. It's kind of whatever. I typically don't mess too much with this stuff. This one has a disappointed dad look. We're gonna go with that one. We want some bushy brows? We can get some really bushy brows. Isn't there a unibrow option? Yes, there is. There is a unibrow option. It's another unibrow of sorts. Let's go with these bushy. The lower we go, the angrier he'll look. And ombre style is kind of whatever. That's right, we can make him total. Look at this. This is his eyes. It matches, right? No, I don't play Overwatch anymore. I don't really bother with it. What color eyes do we want him to have? It can really be anything. We can mix and match them. If we want, we could go like green and then yellow, or like, yeah, look at that, red and green Christmas color eyes. It's a possibility. We're gonna keep him Christmas color eyes until someone says otherwise. Someone's gonna get really mad halfway through. It's gonna be like, why is his eyes so trash? And we can. We have a DLC which lets us change our appearance later, so we can do that. The nose. I always wondered why this nose, like you see the beard, why it does that. I picked that nose one time just to have that beard look. It's just so weird. It's just like everything shrinks. No, I'm just probably gonna do this one. You can break your nose. Mouth and jaw. Mouth shape. Have him always have his teeth out. Make his lips really small, really big. Kind of like these, honestly. I don't know, it's a bit... I think we're just going to keep them like this. Scars, do we want to give him some battle scars? Make the inner yellow. So like this. Typically when I do it, I typically make their eyes green, but that's for a little bit of RP roleplay for my character. Alright, we'll do that. And you'll see in a bit why I... Need the intensity way up. Oh, it is way up. This is the maximum intensity for the scars. Do we want a scar of his eye? A couple of scars of his eyes? Do we want less scars? Yeah, the scars in this game really don't get like rough and severe. Here, we're gonna put this one right over his eye because they're edgy like that. You can even see it in the eyebrow. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll give him a couple scars. Makeup. Yeah. Now this is where we could get. Make him goth. And so, what you always want to do is you always want to turn your lip shine down. Like, because in some cutscenes, these things will freaking blind you if you turn them up too. It's awful. It's so bad. So I'm gonna make these like pure black, yeah. Definitely don't want to do that. Make him blushing. Give him some blush. Alright, how does this look? Was it good? We like it? We're on the first force, yeah? Yeah. I think this is good. Yeah. Can you see that little scar over his left eye? Just itty bitty. And where we have that real anime vibe to it. That real like Kakashi Sensei vibe to it. But it's not too big to notice it. It's just slightly amount of disgust. We good with this look? Yeah. We got some dope. We got a dope look. Dope. We can give him an angry personality if you want. That shouldn't impact what I'm doing for my platinum run. Like whenever you talk, there's like certain dialogue options like kindness, confusion. We can make him mad. That's easy. Are we good with it? Yay, nay? We like that look. Give him a little showness. I think it looks pretty decent. We're gonna go with it. Alright, we need to change the name. We can keep Karas. Telvashah Karas. We can choose to not. We can name him something stupid. Because it's not gonna matter, because no one's gonna say your name. You will be referred to as prisoner. Kahorni. There's no other suggestions, I'll just go with this. Because why not? Alright, we're starting the video game. I'm gonna shut up now.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
Alright, so I'm gonna cut right in here. Typically I try to go for the nice options because I like to do everybody's main quest. So, but it doesn't matter.
You think I'm responsible?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need him, Cassandra.
Okay, so this is the sort of will I'm talking about. Where you can choose what sort of attitude to take. You have a sort of, you know, empathetic route, you have a angry route, you have a tough route, and then you have a confused route. Literally says I'm confused. So it's it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, the confused route is I'm confused. I'm gonna be angry right now. Okay.
Whatever you think I did, I'm innocent.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then a woman.
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then...
Go to the Ford Camp, Liliana. I will take him to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly.
No, Mordor isn't looking so
It
good.
is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is. And you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
So we're gonna get on our good side right now.
I understand.
Then
I'll do what I can.
So if you can see there,
Whatever it
and
takes.
I'm going to talk over this. Cassandra proves it essentially through most actions you're going to do in the game, at least through quite a bit. You'll have companion approval and disapproval. So doing one thing may trigger approval, doing one thing may trigger disapproval.
they have decided.
However, some
your
things
guilt.
you do, some major
They
decisions
need it.
during the game.
The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The conclave was hers. It was a chance
Cause
for
both
peace
approval
between
and
mages
disapproval
and
through the
Templars.
game.
She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
Okay, so now we can start talking. Alright, so TLDR, what she essentially explained, which I was dumb enough to talk over. Essentially, big hole in the sky. The mages and the Templars, who the Templars in this game are used to
Open the
control
gate.
mages.
We are heading into the valley.
The mages rebelled against the Templars. Now there's this big civil war happening. And essentially the leaders were coming to this location to meet. They sent proxies instead. Which is why neither of the leaders are dead. So something happened. The whole thing blew up and this giant rift, which connects to the magical world, opened up, which was releasing demons. And plus the religion of the game, which is very important. Their Pope died during the explosion, which is Divine Justinia. Which is why everybody's really upset.
The pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough. Stay behind me!
So those are demons. We are wounded right now because I was an idiot. Riveting gameplay. It's early, so it's kind of basic.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
All right. Have it your way.
Wait. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. I should remember you agreed to come willingly. Take these potions.
I didn't
Make
say
a note
I played
what you
Dragon
will
Age
face.
Origins. I did play a little bit of Origins,
Where are all your...
but I did not play too much of it.
At the forward camp.
I never beat it. I didn't really like it
We
that
are
much.
on our own for now.
Honestly, the combat is what really got to me in Dragon Age Origins, because it's similar to this, but it's a lot more. You have to pause the game and then do like 20 different interactions.
There,
This game's a
watch
lot
out!
more flowy. I'll probably
If we
pause it a bit
flank
more
them,
because it
we
is
may
on
gain
Nightmare.
the advantage.
Hopefully it's on Nightmare, because if it's not, we're gonna have to do everything else. Okay, it's on Nightmare.
Make it take you! Up on the hill. It attacks from a distance.
And so there's little silver bars to keep up my health with acts as a damage shield. You have multiple types of damage shields in the game. There's armor, there's a barrier. These are sick. And then you have just raw HP. So I'm getting kind of messed up on. And so I found things is the left click button for F3. Because this game is less tactics heavy, but it still is to a good portion. It's a tactics menu, it's been so long. That's not the tactics menu. Actually, I don't believe I can access it yet. I'm pretty sure it's the touchpad. Maybe it's one.
Ah! They're falling from the breach!
Like I said, one of the cool things about it, though.
Someone help!
I'm going to try and upgrade the regeneration potion. It's going to be a different type potion later on. Come on, get time to tank something for me. I'm back.
We're getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
So I only need to kill one of these right now. Just so it's basic,
Quickly! Before more come through! What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
At least this is good for something.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass-deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Are you with the Chantry, or...?
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca?
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade. Far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
Dragon Age origin.
That's a commendable attitude.
Merely a sensible one. Although sense appears to be in short supply right now. Cassandra, you should know. The magic involved here is unlike any I have seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
This way, down the bank. The road ahead is blocked.
Come on, because
We must move quickly.
Okay, so what I was going to say is the veil is what keeps it's a sort of barrier between the Fade and the current world, the real world, the world of non-demons. Okay, yeah. We may be forced to use that a bit. Possibly. We can switch characters now. Maybe. No. That's right. Inventory. We got ourselves a better axe. 2 extra damage. Heck yeah. I can try to do that. I can try. I don't think I can actually do it. Hold on, let me go to setting. Maybe this can change it. Not internet browser. God knows what's in there. Nothing but it's because the PlayStation internet browser. Okay. Okay. Hope this may help a little bit. Maybe this would have improved it. I'm not sure. Hopefully so, but do not know at all. At all, indeed.
Demons ahead.
Glad you brought me now, Seeker.
And so right there, that blue thing is barrier, which decays over time. Temporarily, etc. There you go, next up, my dude. I mean, it is going to be pretty difficult as not being ranged. It's going to be a bit more official. Just going to go in here and steal this person burning out stuff. Maybe they should have picked up their 63 gold before leaving. If you guys want to go play, I mean, I don't blame you. If not, I won't keep it too long. I'm just going to do this main
Are you
early part.
innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Always been nice. There's a lot of potions this game. The reason I wanted to do that is because I can get some armor for the next fight.
I hope Liliana made it through all this.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
Okay.
Another rift!
This right here is the first
must
sort
seal it!
of rift.
Quickly!
There's gonna be lots of them
Keep
in the
coming!
game.
Help us!
So you can disrupt the rift as long as you don't actually get hurt. It's very good to have a launcher when you do this or somebody tanking it. So what happens when you disrupt the rift? A good example. Boom, puts out a shockwave, does damage. Down to everybody. It's pretty good. And typically rifts come in two different waves that'll come in one wave. And there are another wave, but this one only has one. And we should level up. Did they level up too? Nope. Alright, so now we get to talk about some of the classes we have. Sword and board's not going to help us much right now because we don't have sword and board. Two-handed. Here are the abilities for the two-handed. Typically it revolves around doing quite a bit of damage, lots of stamina use. But it's pretty good. Clear path. Typically what you want to look for is your passives, because those are really important. Every critical hit reduces the cooldown times on your abilities, giving you the edge to finish off your enemy. So this right here would be pretty good if you go for a high crit. Same with this one. If you want to do a high crit melee build. And then you have Earth Shattering Strike, and each of them has two different buffs. Easy target, damage bonus. Mighty Blow costs less stamina and deals increased damage against targets that have been knocked down. Enemies knocked down by Mighty Blow or slower to get back to their feet. So it's just for longer. Block and Slash. It's just a defensive strike. Battle Master. Now this one's really good. This one's really good for this one right here. Warhorn. Or is this one? This one's the really good one. Horn of Valor with Fortifying Blast is really strong. Because the guard, okay, the armor I said is actually called guard. Let me rephrase that. The little silver bar you can have as extra health is actually called guard. So whenever you blow this, anytime during the duration your opponent or your allies deal damage, they gain armor, which is really strong. So that's probably what I'm going to focus on. And then you have this much more taunt class base. Like, it's okay. You know, definitely I prefer the Battle Master out of all of them. But it's whatever. Let's see what we want to get right now. Deep Reserves is also pretty good. I'm not sure exactly what I want to pick for what's coming up. Possibly just Shield Breaker, honestly. Or maybe just some more armor. So I'm actually going to go challenge. Or guard, I should
Rift
say.
is gone. Open the gate.
Right away, son.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
We must prepare the soldiers.
That'll be useful for Solus. Outwardly, it's actually it's 1 point stronger, so why not?
Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who he is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead! We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Isn't closing the breach the more pressing issue?
You brought this on us in the first place! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark?
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own.
And so this is the first sort of major choice, or just an example of it. I think we're just going to charge with soldiers, man to man.
I say we charge. I won't survive long enough for your trial. Whatever happens, happens now.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Alright, man. He got decimated. Alright, here we go. The one with the no.
How many rifts are there?
We must seal it if we are to get past!
Quickly then!
before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Lady Cassandra, you managed to close the rift. Well done.
Do not congratulate me, Commander. This is the prisoner's doing.
Is it?
Look
I
at
hope
that
they're right
animation.
about you. We've lost a lot of people getting you here.
I can't promise anything, but I'll try my best.
That's all we can ask. The way to the temple should be clear. Liliana will try to meet you there.
Then we'd best move quickly. Give us time, Commander.
Make her watch over you, for all our sakes.
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
So if you go through the mountain pass, this is where you come out over. Come out like right there. Okay. It's a little bit stronger, so why not? Solus is the most important one out of everybody. Because he's our mage. So whenever it finishes simple, I'm going to stop for a good time. It may actually take a couple playthroughs. I'm going to get this one. I haven't played it as many tries because I suck at this boss. I suck hard at this boss.
Breach is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'll try, but I don't know if I can reach that, much less close it.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
We have an intruder. Slay the canary.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The Fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready! We must strip its defenses. Wear it down. The demon is vulnerable. Now!
This is a very difficult fight. I typically do this kind of one.
More coming through the rift!
The worst part about spawning is that, oh god, I'm dead. Woo. I have to get another weapon. I can't do anything. Potion. Potion. And the whip. This boss is so difficult. And we're out of potion. Now we're going to be forced to run around until this dude decides to not have it on. This boss fight is very tedious and very difficult. Not unnecessarily difficult. On Nightmare. There's probably some optimal way to do it. I've seen it just constantly trying to fight unendingly. Still someone haunted.
Now! Seal the rift! Do it!
Whoa. This game's hard on Nightmare. This game's a pain on Nightmare. I can easily do Nightmare Dragons. Typically, when it comes to me losing on Nightmare, it just comes from the large slew of enemies. Those are the ones that bother me the most. With the exception of that Pride Demon. That Pride Demon gives me so much trouble.
Oh! I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
Don't worry about it, I only...
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You're back in Haven, my lord. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Then the danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Alright, cool. So I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna kick back up with this in a few days, tomorrow, who knows. Alright. Once again, thank you. Have a good night. Have a good day.